Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my friends, my sisters, and my brothers. Thank you so very much for stopping in on this post. Today I want to talk about something that I think at least 85% of the 99% at one time or another have experienced this. Have you ever just walked through your neighborhood, just looking around, observing situations? You know, just trying to see what's happening in the community. You ever noticed how some places look truly fabulous and some places look like they need a little care? You ever spend much time thinking about that? All over the country, especially in the southern states, they got these little towns. They used to be kind of booming years ago. Maybe about still were small, but they were booming nonetheless. Now you go through those little towns, all the stores are boarded up, buildings sway. Little town might have a washerette. People have to go miles and miles to get to the general store. Well, I'm sure many of us experienced this in our own hometowns. Many of us left our hometowns looking for a better place. And if you've lived as long as I have, then you found that sometimes the places gave you what you were looking for. But invariably, they all come to the same end. And so this is why I spent a lot of time focusing on a main thing, ladies and gentlemen, something that could protect all of the people, not just the handful, not just the two handfuls, that could protect all of the people, not just the leadership, the people that you voted to put in Congress, the people who have sold us out, trying to make sure that they got a lifestyle that's satisfying, the same lifestyle that you want. But they are in a position now to bargain, but you are not. And these little towns keep folding. People's wages don't keep up with cost, and people are committing crimes, and the nation just going to hell. Well, ladies and gentlemen of America, I say we, the people, can wake up. And I say to the people of the world, the systems are in place to do what they have been doing your whole lifetime. And anybody that's in power, take an oath that they're going to try to maintain to the best of their ability that system, according to the rules and regulations that have been put forward. And they have been put forward for one purpose: to assure the maintenance of the status quo. So if you feel poor, it's nothing new. Poverty has always existed in that place. It was designed that way. And it doesn't matter whether you're in Africa, in India, in Asia, in some parts of America, it doesn't matter. It's the same practice all over the world. But yet and still, some of us believe that things can be better. But it's going to require us to do better. It's going to require us to do what we have been taught not to do. We've been taught, as dog-eat dogs, not to care about others. We have been taught that just come out on top, and that is our reward. That'll take us where everybody else want to go. We've been taught that. And yet we look around us and we see those who have practiced these things, and that maybe they're in the 1%. Maybe they're in the billionaires club. Maybe they are in the millionaires club. But at the same time, hundreds of millions of us are in this club. And it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any logical sense at all. Every last one of us who think we got a little bit of sense know that all the natural resources come from a power we can't see, can't touch, can't feel. And yet, back in time, as a cop-out, stay away from the beat down that they were getting. People submitted to rules and regulations and to dog eat doggers, and allow them to wrap up the world the way that they have, that it benefits them, and work the hell out of the people who suffer their whole lifetime. And no human being has had the compassion to speak up, to stand up for the peace and prosperity and joy of all human beings. I mean, wasn't going to stand for it. Well, they talked about Jesus. They said Jesus was that, but people try to make you think that Jesus never existed. So, to me, it makes me think, well, if Jesus never existed, that doesn't mean that Jesus can't. Might be another name, might be your name. Why don't you put on that story about Jesus and let it be in your life and put your name on it? We will. Thank you, brother. Thank you, sister. Each of us. Why don't we all do that? That's a thought. But being realistic, ladies and gentlemen, we got to wake up. We got people everywhere complaining about Trump. People are even saying that they think he is the devil personified. And they got part of the church, evangelicals, fundamentalists, that loves him. And that just plays into some other thought about religion. Well, I know I got a God that loves me and speaks to me and talks to me and tells me things that I didn't know. And I believe you got a God too, if you would listen to that God that would do the same thing for you. But your God can't be a man. It can't be a government system. It changes. It changes like the wind. I guess what I'm trying to say to all of us is that the best you can do is to want the same best for yourself, that same best for everybody else. And you want the whole world to guarantee that nothing interferes with your best. And you want the whole world to guarantee that nothing interferes with the best of others. That's what you want. Say it. Say that's what you want. Say that you want peace. You want to live in peace. Say that you want to be a prosperous individual, prosperous community, a prosperous nation, a prosperous world. Say that. Say that you want to be free. Free to live like you want to live, not infringing upon the rights of others, nor allowing your rights to be infringed upon by anyone else. That means if you want to live in a tent, if you want to live near water, if you want to aid, you want someone to aid you at your death, you don't want to suffer. If you want to smoke marijuana, if you want to die, that's all your business. And it is not the right of any institution to infringe upon those rights. But we can make sure they are smooth and beautiful, that they just represent nothing but class and respect for your wishes. And at the same time, we know that every last one of us play a part in the process because each of us benefit from it. And we don't need money. I'm not going to go into that at this moment. Just listen to another video and you'll hear it. I want to thank you so very much for giving me this your time. Eddie Marcus say goodbye.